Hi, it's Ian from Jobu Design and welcome to our top 20 frequently asked questions. Question number 5. How do I take apart and clean my tripod once I've gotten it muddy and wet and real dirty? Now if you've been using your tripod outside in nature, submersing it in water and getting it muddy and sandy, you're probably finding it getting a little bit crunchy, a little bit noisy, and maybe some dirty stuff leaking out of the legs. It's all fine. All you need is a couple of easy to find household items like some baby wipes, a bit of grease, some shop towels, and some gloves to keep your hands clean, and you can get your tripod back into 100% working order without sending it back into us with just a couple of minutes of your own time. Now if you are going to be traveling, the only thing we recommend is purchasing one of our tripod maintenance kits, and this contains all of the wear and tear items, all the little plastic components and rubber components that do wear out over time. Now you don't need it for a day-to-day basis, but if you're going to be somewhere far away and you have any concern that you might break apart and you're going to be very, very far away in South Africa or Antarctica and you really want to have spare components, that is the kit that you want to buy. So let's get started right away with step number 1. So here we're going to show you the step-by-step method for cleaning the tripod. Now if it's just surface dust and dirt you're dealing with, just take some baby wipes, find some non-alcohol and oil-free wipes, and just give the outside a good rub down. You don't really need to spend a lot of time cleaning it. The components aren't going to be affected by dirt. Only your hands are going to get dirty. So wipe the outside with a clean cloth. These are handy to keep in the car. They're really good for cleaning, and they don't leave any smell or any residue. If they're good enough to work on a baby, they're perfect for the tripod. Now the inside is a little bit different. What you do is grab the collar, unscrew it about 5 turns until it completely loosens. Extract the tube, and inside you'll find the white slider. If you've been using it outside, this is probably going to be pretty gray or pretty black. Again, take a baby wipe, wipe it down if it's not too much. If it's really dirty, take it off, wipe that part down. If it's really, really, really dirty, get some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. 70% is what we use in our shop. This is really easy to find in little travel sizes. You can find it almost anywhere around the world. Spray that onto the tube. Take a paper towel, wipe it off. It dries very, very clean. There's no residue. Take your slider if it's cleaned, or take a new one from your maintenance kit if you've destroyed the old one. And make sure that the 2 holes line up with the 2 little ears on the inside. And just expand that, pull it over, and make sure both ends snap into place. If it doesn't snap into place, you can pop it off and try the opposite way. Sometimes it lines up a little bit better one way than the other. Now do not grease this, do not put anything on this. This is a self-lubricating plastic, it does not require anything. When you go to put it back in, ensure that the key on the slider lines up with the key on the inside of the tube. And if you'll put your finger inside, you'll feel there is a ridge running the entire length of the tube. Put it in, do not force it. When you find the key, it'll go in very, very easily. Now, this is a stage at which you probably can stop. However, if you've gotten the threads very, very dirty, again, clean it with rubbing alcohol. You can spray it down, give it a really good wipe. You can dry it out with the paper towel if you want. And then take some grease, some automotive grease, bicycle grease, bearing grease. That's about all you need, is about 1 milliliter. And put that back on. And thread it on very carefully. There are 2 threads on the fittings. Make sure they are lined up and going on straight and easily. If you have to work at it to get them on, back off, slow down, pull out the tube, and try again. It should take no effort to put this back together. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about how to take apart your tripod and put it back together. It's actually very easy. We recommend doing it quite often. If you're outside and it's dry and maybe just a light rain, you probably don't really need to do this very often at all. Maybe every 6 months just for an inspection, make sure there's no undue wear and tear. However, if you're submersing your tripod all the way up to where the gimbal would mount, you probably should be cleaning it a lot more often. I would say every time. You don't really want to leave a lot of contamination and mud and grit in there. It will slowly eat away at all the components, and it really only takes a few minutes to dry it out and wipe it off. So wait, what do you do if your entire tripod and the gimbal head both, whoops, fall into the water and get completely soaked and covered in mud? Give the tripod a good shake, get as much water and sand off the surfaces of the gimbal head as much as possible, towel dry it, leave it out in the sun. We do not want you to spray WD-40 or any degreasers into the product at all. It should continue to function perfectly well once it's dry. Now if you got any other questions, anything that wasn't clear from our video, please feel free to give us a call, send us an email, or leave us a comment in the comment section below. And we will get back to you as quickly as we can. Thanks, and have a great day from everybody at Jobu Design.